All right, testing the mic. Test. Trying. Okay, yeah, you 15 minutes, right, though? All right, sounds good.
Hi, Toros fans. I'm Colby Enns. When the Toros get on the bus, the first stop is always at Applebee's. Whether it's Jamestown, Fargo, or Grand Forks, the Toros always get a good meal. The boys like Applebee's so much we eat at the Minot location, too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Whoa, what was that?
That's the sound of someone getting one of America's fastest refunds from Liberty Tax.
Hey, there's mine.
Tired of waiting for your tax refund? Let the professionals at Liberty Tax help you discover America's fastest refunds. Find us at libertytax.com or call 866-871-1040 today to find a location near you. That's 866-871-1040. Liberty Tax Service, where we put the fun
and the speed
back into doing your taxes. America's fastest refunds from Liberty Tax.
All in one place, you can get a fabulous coffee, the best burger in town. Arrange a meeting for up to 30 people and begin your next trip, whether business or vacation. It's Minot's newest, most architecturally beautiful, versatile structure, the Minot International Airport. The Trestle Tap House and Cafe with Caribou Coffee and customizable meeting spaces are just a couple of the amenities offered. The Minot International Airport. See the world from home.
Captain's Cove Seafood Restaurant invites you in for your favorite seafood as well as steak, chicken, and lots of great burgers and sandwiches. The Cove has fish and chips, crab, shrimp, and all-you-can-eat meals. Captain's Cove, where fishing is made easy. 1735 South Broadway in Minot.
Throughout the areas we serve, First International Bank and Trust employees are actively involved in helping our customers and communities grow. This is Kevin Vigestad from First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Whether it's coaching a Little League team, leading through involvement with nonprofit organizations, or a proud Beaver booster, know that all of us at First International Bank and Trust are committed to giving back to the places where we live and work.
I'm here at the year's hottest stag pool party.
Put your antlers up!
Where? Some poor guy's backyard. These stags are bringing down the house. Seriously, deer are ripping holes in the pool cover. They're trampling patio furniture. And all the damage was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Stag Pool Party, October 27th, 2014. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
I'm Toros forward Taylor Lance. Call Miranda Schuler, my billet mom, and your local's farmer's agent at 701-838-8144.
Hey guys, my name is Steve Olschwenger, Fire Chief from Maryland Heights, Missouri, and I love Firehouse Subs. Take their meatball sub, for example. It's loaded wall-to-wall with Italian meatballs and a zesty marinara with melted provolone on a toasted roll. And when I say take their meatball sub, I mean it. Grab a medium meatball sub combo to go right now, just $6. But don't forget, the reason Firehouse Subs is driven to make the best subs anywhere is simple. The more subs you enjoy, the more they're able to help save lives because a portion of every purchase goes towards first responders in our communities.
The Firehouse Sub Meatball Sub Combo. Medium meatball sub, your choice of chips, and a 22-ounce drink. Get it hot and ready in our to-go box, now just $6 for a limited time only. Order online now at firehousesubs.com. Firehouse Subs, founded by firemen. Firehouse of America will donate 0.13% of your purchases in 2017 at all U.S. locations to the Firehouse Subs Public Safety Foundation with a minimum donation of $1 million. For full details, visit firehousesubs.com.
Hi, Toros fans. I'm Alex Adams. When the Toros get on the bus, the first stop is always Applebee's. Whether it's Jamestown, Fargo, or Grand Forks, the Toros always get a good meal. The boys like Applebee's so much, we eat at the Minot location too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Take care of your feet, and they'll take care of you. The foot and ankle specialists at Trinity Health can help with both surgical and non-surgical solutions. So, patients who suffer from foot and ankle related issues can say, "So long, heel pain," Catch you later, corns. Hasta la vista, hammer toes. Relieve pain now and help prevent future discomfort. Diagnosis and treatment is available today. Trinity Health, reinventing health.
We live in such a fast-paced world. It's always go, go, go. When I'm out for a run, it's my time. It's the best way to start your day. Crossing the line of that marathon, it's the biggest reward you can get. I want my customers to achieve their goals and go above and beyond. I'm Nikki Ladegi, and I'm one of the running experts at Shields.
Shields, when it comes to gear and expert advice, we're right there with you in Bismarck, Minot, Grand Forks, Fargo, and Moorhead.
Hello, I'm Steve Funningsland, consumer lender at First Western Bank and Trust and sports enthusiast. Employees at First Western know the importance of teamwork in their day-to-day banking duties to best serve the community. I know the Minot and surrounding area high school and college athletic teams know the importance of teamwork as well. We want to wish all local teams good luck in their athletic endeavors this year. Stay safe on the courts, on the fields, on the rinks, and in the gyms. We look forward to watching you succeed. With familiar faces you know, who know you by name, First Western Bank and Trust, you can bank on us, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All in one place, you can get a fabulous coffee, the best burger in town, arrange a meeting for up to 30 people, and begin your next trip, whether business or vacation. It's Minot's newest, most architecturally beautiful, versatile structure, the Minot International Airport. The Trestle Tap House and Cafe with Caribou Coffee and customizable meeting spaces are just a couple of the amenities offered. The Minot International Airport. See the world from home.
Hi, Taros fans. I'm Lincoln Earn. When the Taros are on the road, we always stop at Applebee's. They always take care of the Taros, giving us the fuel we need to win away from the Mesa. The boys love to eat there after home games, too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Daniel the deer danced everywhere. He pranced through fields and jigged through rivers. Then he saw it. What a stage! A place no deer had dared dance before. The hood of a brand new car. Hey, my car! And the car was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Deer Dance Floor, December 1st, 2014. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
I'm Taros forward Taylor Lance. Call Miranda Schuler, my billet mom, and your locals farmers agent at 701-838-8144.
Whoa, what was that?
That's the sound of someone getting one of America's fastest refunds from Liberty Tax.
Hey, there's mine.
Tired of waiting for your tax refund? Let the professionals at Liberty Tax help you discover America's fastest refunds. Find us at libertytax.com or call 866-871-1040 today to find a location near you. That's 866-871-1040. Liberty Tax Service, where we put the fun
and the speed
back into doing your taxes. America's fastest refunds from Liberty Tax.
Hi, Toros fans. I'm Austin Koss. When the Toros get on the bus, the first stop is always at Applebee's. Whether it's Jamestown, Fargo, or Grand Forks, the Toros always get a good meal. The boys like Applebee's so much we eat it at the Minot location too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
The sinister cries haunted Mary through the night. Dawn neared, and still the voice tormented her. She ran towards the safety of her car, flung open the door, and a coyote had somehow gotten locked inside. But the damaged interior was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Coyote Carpool, August 1st, 2015. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
I'm Taros forward Taylor Lance. Call Miranda Schuler, my billet mom, and your locals farmers agent at 701-838-8144.
Hey guys, my name is Steve Olschwenger, Fire Chief from Maryland Heights, Missouri. I love Firehouse Subs because you can feed your whole crew and help your community thanks to Firehouse Subs Catering. If you're planning a tailgate, an office holiday party, or anything in between, Firehouse Subs has crowd-pleasing platters starting at just $5 per person. They'll even deliver to you. And of course, you'll be helping your community because a portion of every purchase at Firehouse Subs goes towards helping first responders in our communities. The more subs folks enjoy, the more Firehouse Subs is able to help save lives.
Firehouse Subs Catering. Choose from sub, salad, or dessert platters for your next group gathering. Platters start at just $5 a person. Visit FirehouseSubs.com to find a location near you. Firehouse Subs, founded by firemen. Firehouse of America will donate 0.13% of your purchases in 2017 at all U.S. locations to the Firehouse Subs Public Safety Foundation with a minimum donation of $1 million. For full details, visit FirehouseSubs.com.
You're gonna love buying from Ryan.
Hi, this is Carson Wentz. While we have a couple seconds, I'd like to tell you why I'm a fan of Ryan Family Dealerships. They know the only way to win someone's respect, to earn their business, is by meeting and exceeding their expectations. That's why I buy my vehicles here. Whether it's sales, parts, or service, you can be sure they'll go the extra mile for you. Take it from me, you're going to love buying from Ryan.
Your hands are a vital part of who you are, how you work, play, even how you communicate. When injury or illness strikes, the hand team at Trinity Health will be there to help restore full functionality. We specialize in surgical repairs, hand reconstruction, non-surgical interventions, and occupational therapies. Don't let damage or disorder take away your hands. See the hand team at Trinity Health. Trinity Health, reinventing health.
It's time for Minotauros Hockey on the Toros Network, AM 1390 KRRZ, and HockeyTV.com. Toros Hockey is brought to you by Farmers Union Insurance, Gooseneck Implement, Mattress Firm, Liberty Tax, and Coulter Energy. Now let's go live to the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show with Ken Oda.
this one. And the Toros, Marty Murray and Trevor Stewart. We'll take a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll hear from both coaches here on the Minotauros Network.
Hi, Toros fans. I'm Colby Enns. When the Toros get on the bus, the first stop is always at Applebee's. Whether it's Jamestown, Fargo, or Grand Forks, the Toros always get a good meal. The boys like Applebee's so much we eat at the Minot location, too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Whoa, what was that?
That's the sound of someone getting one of America's fastest refunds from Liberty Tax.
Hey, there's mine.
Tired of waiting for your tax refund? Let the professionals at Liberty Tax help you discover America's fastest refunds. Find us at libertytax.com or call 866-871-1040 today to find a location near you. That's 866-871-1040. Liberty Tax Service, where we put the fun
and the speed
back into doing your taxes. America's fastest refunds from Liberty Tax.
Welcome back inside the Fogarty Arena here in Blaine, Minnesota, as we get ready for Game 1 of the Robertson Cup semifinal best of 3 between the Toros and the Fairbanks Ice Dogs. As I mentioned before the break, I had a chance to sit down with both coaching staffs. We'll listen to our interview before this one with Marty Murray first.
Here with head coach Marty Murray. Marty, before we get to this weekend, last Friday night, obviously a high point in the franchise history. 2,300 people in that building winning the Central Cup. What did that mean to you?
It was pretty special. You know, we been here since day one, and to see our program where it is today and experience that on home ice with our fans. And we've had a lot of fans that have stuck with us since day one, and we've had some up and down times, to say the least. And share that on home ice was pretty special.
Now, turning our attention to today, the Fairbanks Ice Dogs. We've got to take 2 out of 3 from these guys. On paper, it's going to be a pretty challenging task. 24-game win streak. They went 30-0-3 for a stretch in the regular season. Are these guys beatable?
I think so. I mean, looking at our season series, I thought we played them pretty well. I think they beat us 5-2 the first game when we got to Fairbanks, and then the other 3 games were 1-goal game. We won 1 in overtime. So, I mean, they're deep. They remind me a lot of Aberdeen in the sense that they have 3-4 lines that can hurt you. So, we got to be going. They're a great hockey team. They skate. But I think if we move our feet and match their pace, I think we stand a chance. Obviously, it comes down to a lot of different factors, but I'm excited to see what we bring to the table today.
In a short playoff series, goaltending can be huge, and Samu Lankola has been the best goaltender here in the playoffs. And if anything, if there's any weakness in Fairbanks, Benson's got a save percentage under 900. How important is it to play in their end of the ice?
Well, it's huge. A, it keeps their offensive guys from creating offense, and then B, we want to get lots of pucks towards Benson. Like you said, just looking at the numbers and stuff, there's maybe there's some confidence issues there or whatever, but for us, we gotta create, we gotta bury our chances, and we gotta play that grinded out hockey that I think when we're on, we're a pretty good hockey team.
A lot of hoopla surrounding this event, a lot of extra media attention. How hard is it going to be for the boys to stay focused?
I think they've done a pretty good job. We had we had our banquet last night, but it took an hour and a half or whatever. So, I'm not worried about that at all. All 4 teams had to go through the same thing, and we've had lots of rest and lots of downtime and lots of time to focus and prepare on what at the task at hand here.
Last thing before I let you go, who's in and who's out today?
We're going with the exact same lineup as Game 3 against Austin.
All right, I'll let you go get ready. Thank you.
Thank you.
Once again, that's Toros head coach Marty Murray. Same lineup as Game 3 against Austin. We'll run you through that quickly. Muhalov and Dahlimer make up the first line. Belisle, Pavel, and Lund, line number 2. Brian Adams, Taylor Lance, and Alex Adams, the third line. Ryson, Talbot, and Koss, left to right on the fourth. Sawchuk with Enns, McGinnis with Rosenbaum, Earn with Foose make up the defense pairs. And, of course, in net, number 35, the fabulous Finn Samu Lankola. As I mentioned earlier, also sat down with Trevor Stewart, the longtime head coach of the Fairbanks Ice Dogs. We'll let you give that a listen now.
It's on screen, I suppose.
Here with Trevor Stewart, head coach of the Fairbanks Ice Dogs. First of all, congrats on winning the Midwest. For fans not familiar with you guys, what was your guys' path to get here?
We won the regular season in the Midwest Division. We played the Magicians in the first round, and we swept them 3-0. And then Janesville, we played them in the divisional finals, and we won 3-2.
Crazy long winning streak during the regular season. What's it like to be out? Was it 38 games, I think, that you guys went without dropping one?
Yeah, I think it was 34, and within that we had a 24-game winning streak. It was just kind of it didn't seem that way. It just, there was still, it almost seemed like we lost some games sometimes. So it was a really weird time. It was obviously pretty special, and looking back at it, but it didn't really feel like a long winning streak as you think it would be.
As you guys are here now, do you think at all that the travel, being in Alaska, coming back and forth, does that wear on the guys over the course of the season? Is it a little bit easier just to be down here and here for the finals?
Yeah, I hope so. Like we travel a lot. There's no secret to that. Just obviously we have to based on our geography and where we are. So hopefully we can use that to our advantage. I know, everybody from here has traveled a long ways. Minot probably had the toughest go with the whatever it is, 8-9 hour bus ride. So we're here. We've been down here for a week because we played Janesville last week, and hopefully our guys seem refreshed.
For Minot fans who might not be super familiar with you guys, only seeing you a couple times a year, what does your guys' game look like when you're really clicking?
Oh, we're possessing the puck. We're transitioning quickly. We like to play defense by not having to play defense. So you guys are working hard. Just a good transition team that has some depth.
You guys have so much experience with this tournament. It seems like you guys are here every year. Do you think that'll help you guys as you go on?
Hopefully it does. It's too early to say. It's there's going to be a lot of. Every team here is really good, and Minot especially right now they're super hot, and it's going to be a good test for us, especially based on what I see on video.
All right, I'll let you go. Thanks.
All right, thanks, Ken. Appreciate it, man.
Once again, that was Fairbanks Ice Dogs head coach Trevor Stewart on the path the Dogs took to get here. The Toros did face the Ice Dogs 4 times in the regular season, a trip up to Alaska, as well as the Dogs coming down to the Magic City. Some names to keep an eye on. Austin Dollimer over the 4 meetings had a goal and 5 assists for 6 points against the Dogs. Jake Rosenbaum, 2 goals and 2 assists as a Toro in 2 of the meetings, I should say, as well as an assist in 1 game against the Dogs while playing for Topeka before Rosie was acquired via trade. Miroslav Mucha, who has 4 assists here in the postseason, but is yet to find a goal. He had 2 against the Ice Dogs in regular season meetings as well. Colby Enns, a goal and an assist. So some of the Toros' big names who have been a little quiet here in the postseason did have some success against the Fairbanks Ice Dogs in the regular season. A lot of cream and cardinal in the stands, as you would expect. A lot of Minnesota boys on the roster, and a ton of Minot fans have made the trip from the Magic City. Can't thank the fans enough for the support we have gotten over this deep playoff run. The Toros have already made some history, getting their first Central Cup. They'd love to finish it off with a Robertson Cup. We'll see if they can do that. After a commercial break, we'll get back with the start of Game 1 here on the Minotauros Network.
All in one place, you can get a fabulous coffee, the best burger in town, arrange a meeting for up to 30 people, and begin your next trip, whether business or vacation. It's Minot's newest, most architecturally beautiful, versatile structure, the Minot International Airport. The Trestle Tap House and Cafe with Caribou Coffee and customizable meeting spaces are just a couple of the amenities offered. The Minot International Airport. See the world from home.
Captain
Captain's Cove Seafood Restaurant invites you in for your favorite seafood as well as steak, chicken, and lots of great burgers and sandwiches. The Cove has fish and chips, crab, shrimp, and all-you-can-eat meals. Captain's Cove, where fishing is made easy. 1735 South Broadway in Minot.
Throughout the areas we serve, First International Bank and Trust employees are actively involved in helping our customers and communities grow. This is Kevin Vigestead from First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Whether it's coaching a Little League team, leading through involvement with nonprofit organizations, or a proud Beaver booster, know that all of us at First International Bank and Trust are committed to giving back to the places where we live and work.
I'm here at the year's hottest stag pool party.
Put your antlers up!
Where? Some poor guy's backyard. These stags are bringing down the house. Seriously, deer are ripping holes in the pool cover. They're trampling patio furniture. And all the damage was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Stag Pool Party, October 27th, 2014. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
I'm Toros forward Taylor Lance. Call Miranda Schuler, my billet mom, and your locals farmers agent at 701-838-8144.
Hey guys, my name is Steve Olschwenger, Fire Chief from Maryland Heights, Missouri, and I love Firehouse Subs. Take their meatball sub, for example. It's loaded wall-to-wall with Italian meatballs and a zesty marinara with melted provolone on a toasted roll. And when I say take their meatball sub, I mean it. Grab a medium meatball sub combo to go right now, just $6. But don't forget, the reason Firehouse Subs is driven to make the best subs anywhere is simple. The more subs you enjoy, the more they're able to help save lives because a portion of every purchase goes towards first responders in our communities.
The Firehouse Sub Meatball Sub Combo. Medium meatball sub, your choice of chips and a 22-ounce drink. Get it hot and ready in our to-go box, now just $6 for a limited time only. Order online now at firehousesubs.com. Firehouse Subs, founded by firemen. Firehouse of America will donate 0.13% of your purchases in 2017 at all U.S. locations to the Firehouse Subs Public Safety Foundation with a minimum donation of $1 million. For full details, visit firehousesubs.com.
Welcome back inside the Fogarty Ice Arena as we get ready to start Game 1 of the Robertson Cup semifinals here on the Minotauros Network, AM 1390 KRRZ and HockeyTV.com. The Farmers Union Insurance pregame show is out of the way. We're almost ready to go. It is time for the Utapils starting lineup. The official brewery partner of the 2018 Robertson Cup, Utapils, creating a new tradition in the Twin Cities that brings friends and families together to share good times and great beer.
Good afternoon, hockey fans. Welcome to the opening for the 2018 North American Hockey League Robertson Cup. Today's semifinal game features the Midwest Division champion Fairbanks Ice Dogs versus the Central Division champion Minot Minotauros. Now on to the starting lineups, brought to you by Utapils, the official brewery partner of the 2018 Robertson Cup. Utapils creating a new tradition in the Twin Cities that brings friends and families together to share good times and great beer. Find a draft and craft beer at the concession stand or at Sticks and Stones restaurant in the area. First, your starters for the Fairbanks Ice Dogs. Starting
With the pregame festivities just about out of the way, we're almost ready to go here at Fogarty for Robertson Cup semifinal game 1 between the Toros and the Ice Dogs. Wearing the striped shirts, linesmen Brian Gorkuff and Cam Dykstra. The orange armbands belong to Trevor Wolford and Cody Helbig. Toros will be working from left to right on your radio dial or computer monitor as we start period number 1. The Toros wearing the traveling red sweaters, red socks, cardinal red buckets and gloves, black shoulders and breezers for the Toros, cream trim, names and numbers for the men from the Magic City. The Ice Dogs are in their home white sweaters, white socks, navy buckets, breezers and gloves. The teams will switch. Tomorrow the home team will be the Toros, but today, as the lower seed, the Toros start the series as the designated road team. Puck at center, and we are underway. Toros control off the draw. Miroslav Bucha on the far side. Starts up, plays into the middle. That missed Grant Loven. Austin Dollimer chases into the corner. He spins a man off the puck, but it's played along the near side to Tanner Shackle. Shackle plays ahead out to neutral ice, but it's cut off by Rosenbaum. Rosie dumps it right back in. The Toros look to touch up and chase after, but the Dogs are on it first. They'll play out of their own end up the far side. That was touched as McGinnis played the body, so no icing. It comes along to the near side corner. They'll dig there. Grant Loven wins the battle, guides it to the far side, and McGinnis again chops ahead for Mucha, but it's kept to the point. Blocked off in front by Rosenbaum. Rosie out from behind the net, looks to leave it there, but it's turned over, thrown in front. Quick shot. That's blocked off the stick of Hyder. The follow-up try blocked off wide as well. Grant Loven finds it and plays ahead to Mucha on the far side. Miro gains the red line, looks to work in alone. The rest of his mates are changing. Mucha delays. Now he looks across. That pass hits the skate and carries into the corner. Mucha looking for Alex Adams, but the pass eludes him. Hunter Wentz on the far side looks to play up the wall. Stepping in is Taylor Lance, taking it away. He comes to the point and Colby ends. Rips. That's gloved and held by Benson. First shot of the game belongs to the Toros, and we have our first whistle. 1 minute and 1 second in. Several fans already checking in on social media. Happy to have you all aboard here for the Robertson Cup semifinals. The Mock family, the Lingenfelters, the Hyatts, the Meckleys with Chuck and Gloria Emery, Chris Gillespie down in Colorado, and of course, as you probably heard during the Utapils starting lineup, a ton of Toro fans in attendance. As N shot off the draw is blocked into the corner. They'll chase after it to the near side. Belial tries to play back to the point, but it never got there. It was cut off, taken right back by the Toros. Pav rolls it into the zone. Pavel gives chase. Mayhew plays up the wall. Johnston can't clear. Belial chips it deep down into the corner. Orsuck and Pavel come together. It's freed up. It comes to the near side. Ruffin pokes at it, but he can't work it away from Belial. Belial wins a battle behind the net. Delayed call coming. It's a high stick, and Andre Pavel will go to hockey jail. The Toros to the kill just a minute 27 into this one. Special team matchup. The Ice Dogs 6th on the power play in the postseason, 17.6%. The Toros 15th on the kill, 78.3%. Also owe you the starting goaltending matchup in net for the Toros, Samu Lankala. He is 6-2-0 on the postseason, a .943 save percentage and a .174 goals against average. Benson is 5-1-1 with an .868 and a .254. Toros clear right off the draw. It's out to neutral ice. Keenan Lund applies pressure, but the Dogs take it away. Keenan Lund continues to pressure, forcing the Dogs back behind their own net. They'll play catch there, and now Stampahar starts up, comes across to the near side of Vanska. Vanska gains the line, looks to play into the middle. It's up top to the point, and Mayhew drops off, quick shot. That's blocked off, and it ends up in behind the net. They'll dig there, comes out front to the far side, and Bluger. Bluger looks up top, Mayhew right back to Bluger, drops it down to the goal line. They look back door, it's blocked by Lincoln Earn. Back up top, Mayhew. Holding. Now he looks back to the middle. Quick shot blocked by Lincoln Earn again. Link chases after the loose puck in the corner, and he sends it all the way down. 1:11 left to go on the power play for the Ice Dogs as they chase it back in their own zone. Brian Adams up on the pressure. He'll step into Orizak. Orizak forced back behind his own net, comes up to the near side, leaves off for Hyder. Hyder gains the line on the near side, plays in the middle, gets it right back from Ruffin. Hyder leaves it to the near side, hash marks for Ruffin. Ruffin carries up to the blue line. Ruffin into the middle. Fritz Belial picks it off, and he'll look to go shorthanded. Belial lost it at the Dog blue line. Now Hyder in. Drops for Height. Height leaves it in behind for Hyder. Hyder looks up top. They'll set it up. Ruffin at the near point with 19 seconds on the power play. 29 seconds. There's a shot gloved and held by Lonkala for a whistle. The Lawrences checking in. The Koopman crew. Miranda Schuler listening on AM 1390 as well back in the Magic City. 16:57 left to go in period number 1. Still no score. Draw will be Bluger and Loven. Loven wins it back. Colby Enns finds it, hammers it around. Wilson keeps it at the point. Toros manage to bowl their way out. Meanwhile, Sawchuk finds it. Saw rings it deep and just 11 seconds left on the power play. Loven gives chase in the far corner. Bluger behind his own net comes to the near side. Wilson looks up ice. Dahlemer got a stick on it, but it still found Shackle. Shackle on the attack, tries a shot. It's blocked by Enns, up and out of play for a whistle as Pav is released from hockey jail, and the Toros go back to full strength. 16:31 left to go here in period number 1. Shots on goal, 2-1 in favor of the Ice Dogs. But we are still scoreless. Draw will be in the Toro zone. Talbot lost it to Chilton. Willits at the near point, plays down to the half wall. Far point now, long shot through traffic. That goes well wide. Austin Koss finds it. Looks to play up the wall, not out. Willits plays down low, in behind Lincoln Earn. Earn tries the far side. Reisman looks into the middle, hits a leg, and it's taken back by the Ice Dogs. Chilton tries a shot, save made by Lonkala. Rebound given to the near corner. Dogs trying to work out of there. It's Wendt. Wendt around the world, all the way to the far side. Tries a shot. It's blocked off into the corner. They dig along the wall. It's chopped ahead. Chilton down into the corner again. Lincoln Earn will retreat for the Toros. He lost the handle. Going to have to scrum for it on the far wall. Link wins the battle and guides it in behind for Foose. Foose to the near side. Just flips that up. That'll go down the ice for an icing. No, it won't. It checks up before the goal line. Toros catch a break and get to change. Pass along the near side. Murray did not touch that. And now the Ice Dogs ice it. And the Toros get an offensive zone draw. 937 seconds left to go here in period number 1. Toros and Dogs are scoreless. Selects are checking in. As well, listening back in Minot. Dogs control the draw. Mayhew plays over to the far side. Rosie pins a man to the wall there. They scrum for it. 3 Toros against 3 Ice Dogs, and the Toros win the battle. Alex Adams off the wall, tries a shot. It's blocked. It'll be Arizak carrying ahead, comes across for Ruffin. Ruffin has the touch back to Mayhew. Got hit hard for the effort by Brian Adams. Near side, Ruffin again. Adams steps into him. Touched by the Toros. They can't quite gain the line. Jax Murray has it poked off his stick. It caught Alex Adams in the jaw and then bounced right to Johnston. Johnston looks to center, and it's in. Jax Murray strikes first. Early in this one. 15:01 to play in the first. And the Toros trail. This is Wilson dumping it in. Lonkala out of his net, stops that. For Sawchuk. Sawchuk comes ahead. That's tipped up and out of play for a whistle. Draw will be at center. A pair of 9s, Loven and Hayter. Loven wins it back. Toros go D to D. Sawchuk holding in his own zone. Wendt pressuring him. He forces Sawchuk to just throw that up ice. Toros trying to bull forward. They do. Touch to the far side. Mucha. Mucha into the middle for Dahlemer. Mucha got hit hard after making that pass. Far side, Mucha with a chance for revenge. The pass thrown ahead and stepped up. That's going to result in a 2-on-1. Height in. Shot. It's in. Caleb Height And the Toros are quickly in a 2-0 hole. Caleb Height with a shot high to the glove side. And we're less than 6 minutes in, and the Toros are in a 2-goal hole. Dumped into the far side. Lincoln Earns sweeps that around. They call that an unassisted goal. D to D at the blue line. Now a long shot that's blocked up and out of play by Fritz Belisle. Draw will be to the left of Samu Lankala. J.R. Sweet checking in at work. The fine official scorer from the Mesa Arena, part of the Toros game day crew. Far side they dig. Pavel broke his stick on the draw. He's able to get a fresh one from the bench. Meanwhile, it's played back to the point. Stampahar tries a long shot blocker up off the glass by Samu Lankala. Rebound to the near side. Played ahead. Pavel, he's pulled down. Manages to gain the line anyways. But then lost the puck. It's ahead for Shackle on the near side. Thrown ahead for Bluger. He can't control. Into the corner for Rosenbaum. Rosie guides it around to the near side and Foose. Foose up the middle for Pavel. Pavel carries over the red, chips over the blue, but it's taken away. Bouncing puck. Toros can't find it and get it towards the cage. Loose puck in neutral ice. Poked back towards the Fairbanks zone. Fairbanks looks across. They come back to the near side. That pass was off the mark for Wendt. He's able to catch the carom off the wall and gain the line. Wendt cuts the middle. Shot. Crossbar. Loose puck. Turnaround try. Fought off. Rebound loose at the side of the cage. Connor McGinnis able to free it up, but he can't clear. Help comes from Talbot, and the Toros are out. Lysanen was short of center when he dumped that in, and Toros won't be allowed to change. So the Toros have to keep the same troops out. After the icing. Draw will be to the left of Samu Lankala. Dogs control. Chip to the far side. It'll roll in deep. Connor McGinnis is back on it. Ahead to the near side. They dig. All the way in behind the net it goes. Toros take it away. Pass ahead. Toros throw that from their own zone, and it goes for an icing. And again, Toros won't be allowed to change. 12:38 left to go in period number 1. Toros being outshot 5-1 and trail 2-rip. Not the start Marty Murray and the boys were hoping for. Draw will be to the left of Samu Lankala. The Toros have been a team that's gotten stronger as games have gone on. Especially if you take game 1 from Aberdeen, the 6-0 loss, out of the equation. The Toros are +2 in second periods and +5 in thirds as that's taken over. Poked free. Lance feeds Alex Adams. Adams in. Leaves off to the far side for Sawchuk. Toros miscommunicate. Saw breaks it up and denies Fairbanks a quick rush, but it's ahead for Height. He drops for Hyder. Hyder's shot, that goes over the glove. Far side, Adams steps in. That's Brian Adams, but it's dumped down low for Hyder. Hyder trying to cut to the front. Throws it in front, but it's cleaned up nicely by Colby Enns. Near side, Alex Adams takes away, gives to Brian Adams. Glass out for Brian Adams, but he loses the battle to Vanska. Vanska guides back for Wilson. Wilson watched by Brian Adams, tries the far side. Toros pressure. Height kicks that. It'll go down the length. They'll wave off icing as it didn't go far enough, quick enough, it would seem. And now it's turned over, thrown in front. Toros find it first. Loven guides out to neutral ice. That's dumped in by Schaefer. He was short of center. No icing. Ends. Guides it to the far side, and Sawchuk. Saw looks ahead up the far side. Loven pokes it towards the blue line, but the Dogs take back over. Vanska touches that into the zone, so no icing. Back on it is Colby Enns. Enns spins back for Nolan Sawchuk. Sawchuk His pass ahead is blocked off. They'll have to battle for it. It squirts free. Colby Enns finds it. Enns comes across to the near side. Dahlimer. Dolly looks into the middle for Mucha. Mucha gains the line and then gives to Loven right back to Mucha, but the pass was behind him, and the Dogs poke out to neutral. Foose ahead. Dahlimer touches it into the zone. That was played with a high stick, and on the touch, the whistle goes. 650 seconds left to go here in period number 1. Toros being outshot 6-1 and trail early 2-0. Draw will be to the right of Benson. We've got Minot Will checking in. James from Huntington Beach, California. Aaron and Michelle Bliven. And Seth Hagen back in Minot. Far side, the Dogs control off the draw. Played ahead to Jax Murray. Murray gains the line on the near side. Looks to roll it deep into the Toro zone. Comes back to the near side. Instead, Mayhew throws it right back down into the corner. Little dig there. Ruffin finds it. Tries to guide it back to Mayhew. Taken away by the Toros. Belisle carries ahead. Fritz Belisle tried to play off for Pavel. Now a delayed offside as that pass hit his skate. And the Toros have to regroup. The Dogs hold behind their own net. 10-17 left to go here in period number 1. Toros trail by a pair. The Dogs finally come out from behind their own net. It's Arizak. Arizak comes to the near side. Went dumps it in. It takes an awkward carom off the glass right to Hyder, and he tries to put one in deep. The whistle goes as Lonkala had it underneath. Rosenbaum talking with Caleb Height as we're 2 seconds past the halfway point of period number 1, and the Toros trail by a pair. .50 draw. And they'll blow the whistle. Try it again. Shots on goal, 7-1 in favor of Fairbanks. This game feels a lot like game 2 in Austin. The Toros gave up 2 quick ones. David Reisenen got one back with 0.2 of a second left in the first, and the Toros went on to win that one in overtime. Reisenen now gives chase on the far side. Koss digging as well. Puck squirts free. Talbot finds it, tries to go back to Koss. It's kicked along the wall. Talbot moves it down low for Reisenen. Reisenen moves it for Koss in behind. Koss out from behind, gives to Rosenbaum. Rosie backpedals to the blue line. Delays, and now he'll just chip it deep. Talbot got run over in front of the net. Taken away on the far side. Step up Koss with a shot save made by Benson. Follow-up try kept by McGinnis. Gives to Rosenbaum. Rosie dumps down low. Reisenen throws it off the outside of the cage. Follow-up try by Talbot. Got hacked wide as Talbot was getting hauled down. Meanwhile, the Dogs look to counter quickly. Toros have 3 men back. And ends with a good stand-up move on Wendt. Keeps him from getting a chance. Big collision in neutral ice. Brian Adams got the best of Schaefer, but his pass for Alex Adams split the wickets. It's ahead for Vanska. Vanska leaves off far side. It's dumped in, blockered into the corner by Lonkala. Far side swept around to the near, or make that far, I should say. Poked along the wall for Brian Adams. Adams has trouble, and Vanska just throws it deep down low. Shackle steps in, but it's cut off. No, Enns couldn't gather it in. That allows Shackle possession. Shackle throws into the slot. Vanska couldn't pull the trigger. Plays back to Wilson. His shot goes wide, and the rebound caroms out the far side wall. Thrown in behind by Vanska. Only Toros there. Lance uses the glass to bank that out to neutral. Schaefer dumps it right back in. Out of his net to stop is Lonkala. That took some crazy hops. It ends up on the far side half wall for Mucha. Ahead on the near side for Alex Adams. Adams looking for Miro. It's just out of his reach. Arizak plays ahead for Mayhew. Mayhew leaves off for Height, who gains the line. Height drops back to Mayhew. Mayhew pushes play down the wall, gives to Height, side of the net. Jam play doesn't go. Far side down the wall. Mucha pokes that free. Height and Loven cancel. It squirts free to Mucha. Miro looks ahead. He finds Dahlimer. Dahlimer one-on-one with Mayhew. Dolly gains the line, hits the brakes. He's looking for help. Feathers one in. It was out of the reach of Loven. Lincoln Earn pinches down the wall and keeps it there in a scrum. He digs against a pair of Ice Dogs. Loven steps in. Arizak leans on him. They continue to dig. 7:35 left to go here in the first. Shots on goal, 8-2 in favor of the Dogs, who lead this one 2-0. Holding behind his own net is Mayhew. Mayhew holding still. Mayhew comes out ahead to the near side. It's poked free from Jax Murray. That was whistled offside. And we'll have a draw in neutral ice. Pavel line out against the Ruffin line. Pav ties the draw up. It squirts free. Touched into the zone. Lund plays into the middle for Pavel. Looks across a good stick. Denies a chance for Belisle as Mayhew got the twig down on the ice. Poked free by McGinnis. Belisle looked to turn quickly. He's bumped off the puck. No, he kept it. Now it starts a 2-on-1. Pavel has Lund with him. Pavel shot. Rebound. Lund put it off the post. Far side. Ruffin throws that up and out of play for a whistle. Lund just had a stick chopped out of his hand. Ice Dogs shouldn't be allowed to change. They threw this puck up and out of play. The bigger news, Keenan Lund just rang one off the pipe on the 2-on-1. Off the draw, far side, the puck squirts out to neutral ice. Back into the zone for Reisman, looking into the middle. Talbot with a nice move. Talbot shot blocked by a sliding Borga. That squirts the side of the net. And a cover from Benson as the Toros finally start to get some consistent offensive pressure. Shots are 8-3 in favor of Fairbanks, who leads to nothing. Chilton and Talbot on the draw. Chilton wins it. Wilson chased in behind his own net, comes to the near side. A step up by Colby Enns results in the puck squirting out to neutral. Toros try to chip it back in the offensive zone. That hit Koss in the hand. Sawchuk is on it. Sawchuk holding behind the Toros cage. Caleb Height standing in front of Samu Lankala. Saw delays. Finally, the Toros start up. Long pass ahead, and that is offside at the blue line. Toros tried to stretch the Dogs out. Pete Spolarich checking in. He's watching from work in Hawaii. Lance and Bluger on the draw in neutral. Ahead, touched in, Shackle into the near corner. 5:45, a palindrome on the clock as we dig along the near side. Toros look to start up. It's Alex Adams. Al chips it in. It'll roll around in behind. Schaefer hammers to the far side. It hits Lance and caroms out. Now Shackle looking to attack quickly. Hits the brakes and rings it to the far side. Lincoln Earn and Vanska after it. Brian Adams steps in as well. They dig along the wall. Earn moves it in behind. Foose hammers around to the near side. They take over. Collision, and the Toros Lance digs it out. It's ahead for Alex Adams. Plays to Brian Adams. Brian Adams gain the red line, chips it in. Toros peel off to change, as do the Ice Dogs. Mayhew behind his own net. 300 seconds left to go here in period number one. Dahlemer steps up on Hayter. Rosenbaum on Height, but Hayter somehow came through the scrum with the puck. Hayter spinning in the near circle, looks to leave it down low. McGinnis steps in and takes it away and plays to Rosenbaum. Rosie ahead for Mucha. Miro's pass hits a skate and comes right back to him. He gets help from Rosie to get it back. Now leaves for Dahlemer. McGinnis ahead. It's broken up. Went. Drops it back. Far side, Hayter. Hayter speeds into the zone, leaves off far side. Pass across, a good stick by Miro on Wendt. Now it's freed up, and Loven has it. Grant Loven pushing play along the far side. He got hauled down. Puck squirts free. Mayhew ahead up the near side for Height. Height chips it in. No, he was offside on the whistle. .408 left to go here in period number 1. Toros trail by a pair. Pavel and Ruffin on the draw. Ruffin wins it cleanly back to Willits. Willits plays along the near side wall at the red line. There's a collision. Murray and Ruffin dump it down into the Toros end. Back on it, Sawchuk. He's spun off the puck. Murray plays it back in behind. Pav steps in and takes it away, guides it to the far wall. Pavel getting held the entire way as he chases after. Belial steps in. They dig along the wall on the far side. Thrown down low. Sawchuk speeds after. Saw plays back across. Colby Enns holds behind the Toro cage. Long pass ahead, touched in by Keenan Lund, and the Toros will change. Wilson on it in his own end. 3:23, another palindrome on the clock. Holding behind his cage is Wilson. Reisner got a stick on that pass, but it's still ahead, and Mobley gains the line. Talbot spins him around, but Mobley keeps it, looks back door. Good stick by Reisner, and the puck thrown out to neutral ice. Schaefer stepped into by Koss. The puck dumped in anyways, and back on it is Lincoln Earn. The Blaine native playing in front of his hometown crowd in his former high school rink, but it's ahead for Foose. Foose dumps it cross corner. Reisner after it. He and Schaefer collide. It's dug out by Talbot. Talbot tries to get it to the front, but it's blocked off. Schaefer stepped into by Reisner, and they'll dig. Wilson and Koss give chase, and it's over to the far side, Vanska. Vanska looks to attack. 3-on-3 as they hit the line. Vanska delays at the top of the far circle. Spins away from McGinnis, looks to walk in. A good stick by Talbot breaks it up. Reisner pokes at it. Now he's looking to just jam that out to neutral. It's kept down the wall, and Reisner is able to clear only for a moment. Mayhew's back on the attack. Mayhew, watched by McGinnis, drops a shot that's hammered up and over. And it rides the glass and ends up out of play. Draw moved out to neutral ice. .2:15 to play here in period number 1. Lance and Hayter on the draw. Lance wins it back. Sawchuk controls. Saw comes across for Alex Adams. Al gains the line on the near side. Shoots one wide into the far corner. Brian Adams is there. Dumps it down low. Lance touches for Al. Al looks into the middle, but it's blocked off. Touched back to Enns. Enns does well to keep it. Now he plays down the wall in behind for Lance. Lance kicks the stick, then feeds Alex Adams in the near circle. Al banks back to the point and Colby. Enns throws one on net. It's blocked off by traffic. It actually hit Brian Adams. And then the Dogs clear out to the Toro blue line. Colby Enns is pressured there. Gives up for Sawchuk. It's poked free. Hyder has it. Hyder forced to turn in the far circle. Now he's looking across. A good read by Alex Adams. Al stepped in, took that away, gained the red line, and dumped it deep into the Fairbanks zone as the Toros need another change. With 88 seconds left to play here in period number 1, and the Dogs leading 2-0. Played ahead into the zone. Johnston looking across. Tip play, it's in. And the Dogs, Ruffin, makes it 3-0. That is the first shot on goal the Dogs have had since they took the 2-0 lead. The crew back at the Mesa Arena watching. Undoubtedly not liking what they've seen thus far. There's a shot blocked off, far side. Dumped back out to neutral ice. Lincoln Earn back pedals to his own blue line. Plays ahead for Belial. Belial turns it over to Wendt. Dumps it in. Lincoln Earn gloves to the far side. Pavel. Pavel retreats behind the Toro cage and rings it to the near side. Carried ahead by Lund. Now he'll drop it back. Foose looks across for Lincoln Earn. We're under a minute to go in the first. That's gone very poorly for the Toros, who have just iced the puck. 38.9 left. Fairbanks has 3 goals. The Toros have just 3 shots. Draw will be to the left of Lonkala. Won by the Dogs. Long shot blocked out front, and it caroms out to neutral ice. Shackle drops back. Arizak tries to come back ahead for Mayhew. Mayhew ahead for Shackle. Shackle gains the line. Shackle looks at cross. It's tied up. Vanska couldn't pull the trigger. Toros Belial plays ahead for Lund. Lund chips it in. The Toros need a change. Final 15 seconds of the period. Arizak holding behind his own net. And he'll just let the horn sound on the period, content to take a 3-0 lead into the locker room. We're through 20. Toros trail 3-0. We'll keep it here. As it's time for the intermission interview, so let's kick it down to the ice with NAHL correspondent Stephanie Odie, who is with Trevor Stewart down at ice level. We think. Here we go. Here's Stephanie. Maybe. We're not hearing her. They're not getting her on the Fairbanks side either. So we'll take a commercial break. When we come back, I'll have former Toros captain Jake Diddle to talk about what he saw in the first period after these messages here on the Minotauros Network.
Hi, Toros fans. I'm Alex Adams. When the Toros get on the bus, the first stop is always Applebee's. Whether it's Jamestown, Fargo, or Grand Forks, the Toros always get a good meal. The boys like Applebee's so much, we eat at the Minot location too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Take care of your feet, and they'll take care of you. The foot and ankle specialists at Trinity Health can help with both surgical and non-surgical solutions. So, patients who suffer from foot and ankle related issues can say, so long heel pain, catch you later corns, hasta la vista hammer toes. Relieve pain now and help prevent future discomfort. Diagnosis and treatment is available today. Trinity Health, reinventing health.
We live in such a fast-paced world. It's always go, go, go. When I'm out for a run, it's my time. It's the best way to start your day. Crossing the line to that marathon, it's the biggest reward you can get. I want my customers to achieve their goals and go above and beyond. I'm Nikki Ladegi, and I'm one of the running experts at Shields.
Shields, when it comes to gear and expert advice, we're right there with you in Bismarck, Minot, Grand Forks, Fargo, and Moorhead.
Welcome back inside the Fogarty Arena here in Blaine, Minnesota. You've got the Gooseneck Implement Intermission Report. I'm Ken Oda, and joining me now is former Toros captain, a 3-year Toro, Jake Diddle. Ditz, welcome back in.
Thanks for having me, Ken.
Now, before we get to this game today, let's update Toro fans. What have you been up to the last year?
I've been going to school in St. John's University. It's in Minnesota near St. Cloud.
Okay, and how did your rookie season go?
It went pretty well. We ended up second in the MIAC, and we unfortunately lost to Austin Martinson's team first round of playoffs.
All right, and how did the season go personally for you? A good year?
Yeah, it was a good year. Good year, had a few goals, a lot of assists, and good plus minus, so it was a good year.
I imagine a few big hits as well if you're still playing like you played in Minot.
Yeah, I tried to.
Now, this game, first of all, as an alum, what's it like to see the Toros playing in the Robertson Cup?
It's awesome. I love it. When I saw their 4 seed going in and they beat the first seed, knocked out the second seed, and then their top 4, it's unbelievable. It's great to see all the boys that you played with moving on forward and getting this chance.
How much you mentioned you saw Austin Martinson's team, and I imagine you ran into a few of the other guys as well. How much do you guys keep in touch after you leave Minot, and how much do you follow the Toros?
We like guys like Jack Murphy, Nate Pionk, Chase Stringman played all those guys, and we're constantly texting, in our old group chat, throwing in stuff, and we keep up on Toros, look at the pictures and the scores and all that kind of stuff.
All right, now let's turn our attention to this one. Obviously, a first period that not a lot went right. Outscored 3-0, have just 3 shots on goal. But I think there was a stretch in the middle there where it looked like we were starting to get things going in the offensive end, just couldn't get one past Benson.
Yeah, they're playing pretty well. It's a fast-paced game. Just a couple of mistakes defensively, and that cost them. And, just more pucks on net, less turnovers and neutrals, and I think we'll be fine.
All right. Thanks for coming up and killing some time and letting Toro fans know what's going on in your life. All the best to you, and good to see you again, Ditz.
All right. Thanks for having me.
Once again, that's former Toro captain Jake Diddle. We'll take another break. When we come back, I've got Chet Yoder, the play-by-play voice of the Shreveport Mudbugs. We'll talk a little bit about what to expect from tonight's game between the Mudbugs and the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Knights, the other semifinal matchup after these messages here on the Minotauros Network.
Hello, I'm Steve Funningsland, consumer lender at First Western Bank and Trust and sports enthusiast. Employees at First Western know the importance of teamwork in their day-to-day banking duties to best serve the community. I know the Minot and surrounding area high school and college athletic teams know the importance of teamwork as well. We want to wish all local teams good luck in their athletic endeavors this year. Stay safe on the courts, on the fields, on the rinks, and in the gyms. We look forward to watching you succeed. With familiar faces you know, who know you by name, First Western Bank and Trust, you can bank on us, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All in one place, you can get a fabulous coffee, the best burger in town. Arrange a meeting for up to 30 people and begin your next trip, whether business or vacation. It's Minot's newest, most architecturally beautiful, versatile structure, the Minot International Airport. The Trestle Tap House and Cafe with Caribou Coffee and customizable meeting spaces are just a couple of the amenities offered. The Minot International Airport. See the world from home.
Hi, Taros fans. I'm Lincoln Earn. When the Taros are on the road, we always stop at Applebee's. They always take care of the Taros, giving us the fuel we need to win away from the Mesa. The boys love to eat there after home games, too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Daniel the deer danced everywhere. He pranced through fields and jigged through rivers. Then he saw it. What a stage! A place no deer had dared dance before. The hood of a brand new car. And the car was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Deer Dance Floor, December 1st, 2014. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
I'm Taros forward Taylor Lance. Call Miranda Schuler, my billet mom, and your locals farmers agent at 701-838-8144.
Welcome back inside the Gooseneck Implement intermission report here at Fogarty Arena. Toros trail the Fairbanks Ice Dogs by a score of 3-0. We'll break that all down for you with the math here in a few moments. But first, I've got Chet Yoder checking in. Chet, you're the play-by-play voice of the Shreveport Mudbugs. Toro fans probably not as familiar with the teams from outside the division. Just talk about what we can expect in tonight's matchup between you guys and the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Knights.
It's a very interesting matchup, Ken, because it's a contrast of two different styles of hockey. When I look at the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Knights, I look at a team that's very finesse, good goaltending. They're not a very physical team. when you look at the Mudbugs, they like to come at you really hard and physical, and they really like to set that tone real early in the game. They got some good eye-popping goal scorers, great goaltending on the Mudbugs end as well. So this is kind of an interesting series. I'm very curious to see how both teams adjust to these surroundings. Mudbugs have more of a kind of spread it out, kind of wide open offensive attack. This is kind of a smaller rink into their kind of out of their comfort zone. And then for the Knights, they obviously have to be able to deal with the physicality of the series.
You mentioned the physical style of your Mudbugs. That's pretty much hockey in the South Division, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. No, it's hard hitting. It's in your face. There's a lot of jaw washing into the boards. It's just the way these teams play, and the Mudbugs try to beat you down, and they try to get you off your game. And I'm curious to see what Tom Kowal has in store for the Knights, because I think this is a really good Knights team that has some good pieces, and they've been really hot in these playoffs. After a 5-game series win against the Titans, they steamrolled Philadelphia, so it's kind of interesting to see that team come out of the East, because I don't know what to expect.
Neither do I, really, and it's hard really to know what to expect at a tournament like this with teams that you don't see a ton of, but one thing we do have in common, we've both seen each other. We've also both seen the Fairbanks Ice Dogs Toros in a 3-0 hole early, but you were watching as an impartial observer watching this first period. I thought, actually, the Toros had a good stretch after allowing that second goal. They didn't allow another shot on goal until the third one. There was a good 10-minute span where the Toros were pressuring. They just couldn't get a lot on the net.
Yeah, and they actually had that one great scoring chance right in the middle on the short side. And I mean, you got to bury those. That's a bouncing puck, so that's a little bit of a tough role there for Minot. I felt like they played a really better first period than that score indicates. But that's what sucks about hockey, is that could happen where you can kind of turn in a pretty good period where you're thinking, boy, we can hang with these guys. And for Minot, it's been a great story for you in this organization, coming in as literally the 16th team in the playoffs, and here you are now in the Robertson Cup final, Robertson Cup championship, and you're right here with Fairbanks. And I thought you played a pretty good period and really kind of got handcuffed to be down by 3.
Yeah, we've joked all postseason long it's the revenge tour. Last year we were the 1 seed and Aberdeen knocked us off, and the 4 years before that it was the Austin Bruins who eliminated us from the playoffs. So it's been fun, but hopefully we can turn things around here. Thanks for taking a couple minutes to talk to us, Chet, and good luck tonight.
Absolutely. Thank you for the time, Ken.
Once again, that's Chet Yoder, the fine play-by-play voice of the Shreveport Mudbugs. We'll take another short break. When we come back, we'll run you through all the math from period number 1 here on the Minotauros Network, AM 1390 KRZ and HockeyTV.com.
Whoa, what was that?
That's the sound of someone getting one of America's fastest refunds from Liberty Tax.
Hey, there's mine.
Tired of waiting for your tax refund? Let the professionals at Liberty Tax help you discover America's fastest refunds. Find us at LibertyTax.com or call 866-871-1040 today to find a location near you. That's 866-871-1040. Liberty Tax Service, where we put the fun
and the speed
back into doing your taxes. America's fastest refunds from Liberty Tax.
Hi, Toros fans. I'm Austin Koss. When the Toros get on the bus, the first stop is always at Applebee's. Whether it's Jamestown, Fargo, or Grand Forks, the Toros always get a good meal. The boys like Applebee's so much we eat at the Minot location too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
The sinister cries haunted Mary through the night. Dawn neared, and still the voice tormented her. She ran towards the safety of her car, flung open the door, and a coyote had somehow gotten locked inside. But the damaged interior was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Coyote Carpool, August 1st, 2015. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
I'm Toros forward Taylor Lance. Call Miranda Schuler, my billet mom, and your locals farmers agent at 701-838-8144.
Welcome back inside the Fogarty Ice Arena. Gooseneck Implement Intermission Report here. Toros trail the Fairbanks Ice Dogs in Game 1 of the best-of-3 Robertson Cup semifinal by a score of 3-0. Obviously, that period did not go the way the Toros wanted. Recap the scoring for you. Shots on goal, 8-3 in favor of the Ice Dogs. Jax Murray opened the scoring with his 5th of the postseason. Jack Johnston with the assist that came at 4:59. Just 36 seconds later, Caleb Height unassisted with a wrist shot on the rush. It was a 2-on-1 rush for the Ice Dogs. Height picked his spot, went just under the crossbar and over the glove of Samu Longala to make it 3-0. Then Sam Ruffin, his 4th of the postseason. Johnston, his 2nd assist of the game. It's his 5th of the postseason. Jax Murray gets his 2nd point with a secondary assist. That goal at 18:43. The Toros didn't allow a shot on goal between those two goals, but couldn't find anything in the offensive end either. Just 3 shots on goal for the Toros. Keenan Lund did hit a post with a little over 5 minutes to play. It was a bouncing puck in a wide open side. If the Toros can get more on net, Benson is beatable. We gave you the numbers at the top. Benson this postseason, an .868 save percentage and a .254 goals against average. So the good news is the save percentage is low. The bad news is the Ice Dogs giving up just 20 shots on goal per game. The Toros are going to need to find a lot of offense if they want to come back and win this one and avoid putting themselves in a 1-game hole and facing elimination tomorrow. That will do it for the Gooseneck Implement Intermission Report. When we come back, we'll have the drop of the puck on period number 2 here on the Minotauros Network.
Hey guys, my name is Steve Olschwenger, Fire Chief from Maryland Heights, Missouri. I love Firehouse Subs because you can feed your whole crew and help your community thanks to Firehouse Subs Catering. If you're planning a tailgate, an office holiday party, or anything in between, Firehouse Subs has crowd-pleasing platters starting at just $5 per person. They'll even deliver to you. And of course, you'll be helping your community because a portion of every purchase at Firehouse Subs goes towards helping first responders in our communities. The more subs folks enjoy, the more Firehouse Subs is able to help save lives.
Firehouse Subs Catering. Choose from sub, salad, or dessert platters for your next group gathering. Platters start at just $5 a person. Visit FirehouseSubs.com to find a location near you. Firehouse Subs, founded by firemen. Firehouse of America will donate 0.13% of your purchases in 2017 at all U.S. locations to the Firehouse Subs Public Safety Foundation with a minimum donation of $1 million. For full details, visit FirehouseSubs.com.
You're gonna love Fire from Ryan.
Hi, this is Carson Wentz. While we have a couple seconds, I'd like to tell you why I'm a fan of Ryan Family Dealership. They know the only way to win someone's respect, to earn their business, is by meeting and exceeding their expectations. That's why I buy my vehicles here. Whether it's sales, parts, or service, you can be sure they'll go the extra mile for you. Take it from me, you're going to love buying from Ryan.
Your hands are a vital part of who you are, how you work, play, even how you communicate. When injury or illness strikes, the hand team at Trinity Health will be there to help restore full functionality. We specialize in surgical repairs, hand reconstruction, non-surgical interventions, and occupational therapies. Don't let damage or disorder take away your hands. See the hand team at Trinity Health. Trinity Health, reinventing health.
Welcome back inside the Fogarty Ice Arena as we get ready to start period number 2 between the Fairbanks Ice Dogs and the Minot Minotauros. The Toros trail the Dogs by a score of 3-0. Murray, Height, and Ruffin with the markers in the first. Toros will now be working from right to left on your radio dial or computer monitor, depending on how you are turned in to the Minotauros network. Toros control off the draw, D to D. in their own zone. Right back across. McGinnis goes for Rosenbaum. Comes ahead for Loven. Loven pushes play up the near side. Gains the line. Tries a shot. Save made by Benson. Rebound given. Loven couldn't wrap it around as he was bumped down. Mucha finds a loose puck. Miro. Shot. Save made. Rebound loose. Toros can't poke it towards an open side. And now the Fairbanks net comes free. And we have another whistle. Marty Murray asking why Loven getting pulled down was not a penalty. I'm sure they won't make that call now. So, draw comes to the right of Benson. Loven tried to push it forward and on net, but the play comes to the near side wall. They dig in the corner. Loven digs it out. Throws in front. One-time try by Dahlimer, but it's fought off by Benson. Ahead. McGinnis gloves down and hammers that into the zone. Toros will give chase. Mucha up on the pressure, but Benson plays across, and now they toss back to the near side. Touched ahead for Wentz. Stepped into. Sawchuk plays out to neutral. Love make that Lund. Gathers it in. Lund drops for Mucha. Miro dropping for Pavel. Looking backdoor play. It's in. Toros get one back. Colby Enns gets the Toros on the board. 1 minute into period number 2. Draw back at center. And the Dogs control. Near side corner they dig. Mucha with the assist. This is Zach. Looks across. Mayhew. Shot blocked by Lund. Down low ends. Taken away. Ends has it. Taken away, Belisle. Far side they dig. Going to the near. They work along the wall. Lance. Kicked free. Arizak plays back across the far side. Mayhew. Lance steps into him, but it's up the wall. Touched out to neutral. Ruffin. Gains the line, leaves off Johnston. Johnston looked back into the middle. It's cleaned up by Brian Adams. Brian Adams chips up the wall. Lance clears ahead for Alex Adams, who didn't see it coming. It came from directly behind him. No icing. Willits stepped into by Adams, but Willits speeds away from him. Plays the far side. That pass was off the mark. And it goes. They wave off icing. Not sure why, but it's ahead. Brian Adams couldn't hold on. Its shot from the point goes well wide. Dumped down low, bouncing puck. Lance couldn't stop. Lincoln Earn moves it to the near side. Brian Adams looks to chip out to neutral and does. Mobley's back on it. D in his own zone. He finds Schaefer. Schaefer ahead. That one's thrown up ice. Touched into the zone by Wendt. Back on it is Connor McGinnis. Ginn uses the glass to get that out. That had to be too many men. Apparently was not. This is Talbot. Talbot gains the line on the near side. Rings it around to Austin Koss. He is tied up. Reisinen has it. Reisinen spins off the wall, finds Talbot. Talbot tries a shot. Fought off. Rebound goes to the far side. Talbot has it poked free. Reisinen steps in and puts it right back into the scrum. They dig along the far side wall. They continue to poke at it. Talbot stepped in too hard. Koss couldn't find the puck as it squirted out of the scrum. It'll be carried ahead by the Ice Dogs and Wendt. Wendt chips it into the zone, looks to chase it down himself. Rosenbaum wins the race to it and touches back to the near side of McGinnis. Ginn will speed the Toros ahead along the near side wall, looks up ice. That pass missed Reisinen. Talbot couldn't play ahead. Ice Dogs run into each other. Vanska and Bluger on the collision. That allows McGinnis to take over. He plays across for Rosenbaum. His pass ahead is touched. Arm is up. It won't go far enough for icing. It ended up making it to the line, but not before the linesman waved it off. 16:07 to play here in period number 2. Toros trail by a pair. Mucha pressuring Mayhew. Turned over to Loven. Plays down for Dahlimer. Dahlimer out of the corner. Dolly on his backhand has it poked free, and it'll roll down to the Toro zone. Toros have the only 3 shots of the period. They have the period's only goal as well. It belongs to Colby-Enns, and it gets the Toros on the board here. They dig along the wall. Big collision and a power play coming for the Toros once the Ice Dogs touch. But first it's Loven. 3-on-2 if the Toros hurry. Loven leaves off for Mucha. Mucha gains the line. Tries to play it into the middle, but it's cleaned up on the back check by Bluger, and the Toros will go to the power play. Toros power play on the postseason. Well, it hasn't been good. 4.2%. That is second worst among the 16 qualifiers. The Minnesota Wilderness, who went 0 for 4 in their 4 games against the Austin Bruins. The only power play that was less efficient. The Ice Dogs, 86.7% on the kill, allowing 4 power play goals against in 28 opportunities. Toros control off the draw. This is Rosenbaum down the wall for Talbot. Talbot trying to go back to Rosenbaum. It's blocked off, and now Talbot just dumps it down to the corner. It's cut off there and cleared all the way down. 15-18 to go here in period number 2. 1:45 on the man advantage for the Toros as Foose holds behind the Toro cage. They'll start off ice 5 wide are the Toros. Left off for Lance on the far side. He gains the red and rings it deep. Talbot and Schaefer after it. It pops up high in the air. Lands down in the corner. Lance steps in. Taylor Lance digging along the wall. Puck squirts free. Rosenbaum has it. Rosie looks up top. Foose dumps it down into the corner for Lund. Lund finds the hash marks and holds. Toros will set it up. Lance, he trades places with Lund. Banks it back to the point in Foose. Foose comes across for Rosenbaum. Rosie had 2 goals against the Ice Dogs so far this season. They both came in the regular season, obviously. Lund tied up behind the net. Schaefer hammers, and the Toros will have to chase. 1 minute left on the power play for the Toros as Lonkala stops that for Foose. Foose holds behind the Toro cage. Foose starts up the middle. 3 across, 2 trailers. Dahlimer on the far side, gathers from Foose, dangles into the zone, leaves off for Mucha. Mucha forced to turn, plays it back to Alex Adams. Al spins down the wall, now finding space. Plays back up top to Sawchuk. Sawchuk touches quickly across for Mucha. Mucha comes across to Adams. He has to kick to the stick as the pass was knee-high. Up top for Sawchuk, into the glove for a whistle. Rob Myers checking in with the crew at Fort Hyatt. 13:54 left to go in period number 2. Colby-Enns gets the Toros on the board a minute into this second period. The Toros still have work to do, trailing by 2. Loven wins the draw back. Enns finds it. He gives to Sawchuk. Looks across for Mucha. Miro spins off pressure from Caleb Height. Now lost the handle. Taken away and chipped ahead. It'll roll down into the Toro zone. Enns leaves for Sawchuk. Sawchuk starts up ice. Just 3 seconds left on the power play. So the Toros 0-4 on the man advantage. Mucha speeds into the zone right around a check. Hits the brakes, the hash marks, looks in for Loven. That's off the mark for him, and he can't settle down the bouncing puck. Miro frees it back up, but can't really control, and the puck caroms out to neutral ice. Sawchuk plays it back up the wall. Bluger drops for Vanska. Vanska on the attack, cuts through, and now a delayed call coming. That's a good penalty by Miro as it denies a scoring opportunity, but the Ice Dogs go to the power play. They're 0 for 1 tonight. 6th ranked power play in the postseason, 17.6%. Will come out to try to kill against, or score against the Toros' kill. It's a hook on Miro. Draw to the right of Lonkala. Jax Murray lost it to Pavel. McGinnis plays the puck in behind the net. Rosie's tied up there. Murray digs it out. Jammed back to the point. Arizak played back to the far point and Ruffin. Now Arizak at the top of the umbrella. He gives to Ruffin as they move in far side, right back up top. Arizak. He wanted to shoot. Pavel gave him no lane. Arizak gets it back. Leaves off far side. Went back to Arizak. Arizak near circle. Gives it up to Murray. Now back. That's across the crease. No one home on a backdoor tap in. Jax Murray near circle delays, looking back door again. It's broken up. Puck ping-pongs around, and now the whistle goes as there's an ice dog inside the Toro net. Connor McGinnis put him there. There's some pushing and shoving. We've got a palindrome on the clock. 12:21 to play here in period number 2. 1:18 left on the man advantage for the Ice Dogs. As now they won't allow the Toros to change. So that'll bring the draw back into the Toro zone as well. Still say McGinnis pushing the Ice Dog into the net. Is the equivalent of the Toros taking the net off. So no change. Mayhew, top of the umbrella. Delays, now drops down to the far circle. Right back up for Mayhew. They come across for Vanska. Vanska for Mayhew, top of the umbrella again. He looks Stampahar. Stampahar, shots blocked by McGinnis, and the puck caroms out to neutral ice. That will allow Ginn to change. The other 3 Toros trapped out. Mayhew looks to the far side. Stampahar gains the line. He rings around to the near side, and Vanska. Vanska, dogged by a pair of Toros, gives it up the middle, and it's sent all the way down by Rosenbaum. Toros can change the rest of their kill. Mayhew will retreat behind his own cage. 37 seconds left on the power play for the Ice Dogs. Up ice. Bluger. Left off far side, Vanska. Vanska carries down low. He'll look to wrap it. Shut down by Lonkala. Rebound loose. Bluger touches for Mayhew. Mayhew looks across. Good stick by Lund. Made that pass an errant one. Meanwhile, Stampahar spins back up top. Mayhew gives to Vanska. Shot post. Near side, Mayhew tries another shot. That one hits the post as well. Power play warming to the task now for the Dogs. Up top, Mayhew. Mujas out of the box. Shot that goes off the outside of the net. Toros are full strength. Near side, Vanska working away from Muha. Plays down low to the corner for Bluger. Bluger looks up top. Schaefer. Schaefer. Side of the net. Now he'll go back for Hayter. Hayter for Schaefer. Long shot gloved and held by Lonkala. 641 seconds left to play in period number 2. Toros trail the Ice Dogs by a score of 3-1. Dogs have just 1 shot on goal to the 3 for the Toros this period. It's the Toros look to get back into this one after a rough first period. Good news if you are a Toros fan. The Toros win trailing after 1 period this postseason. 1-0-0. The Ice Dogs, when leading after 1, are 2-0-1. So, you're saying there's a chance. This is Schaefer dumping it in. Colby Enns will get it behind the Toro cage. He's got the Toros marker. Enns hauled down. Toros bench looking for a call. They won't get one. Loven comes to the near side and Mucha. Miro uses the glass to work that out to neutral ice. It never got through to Dahlimer. Bouncing puck. Good step up by Enns. Enns feeds Mucha into the zone. Right back to Enns. Enns wires. That one's gobbled up by Benson. Miro and Dahlimer were lurking on the doorstep. Now they take a run at Dolly. Will this be penalized or will it fall under the boys will be boys rule? No hockey jail, just perhaps some supervised probation. And the draw will occur to the left of Benson. 10-11 left to go here in period number 2. Toros control off the offensive zone draw. It's Adams. His shot blocked off by traffic goes just wide. Lance finds it. Gives to the near side. Alex Adams tries a shot off traffic. Laid loose. Now behind the play. Arizik and Brian Adams are tied up. Meanwhile, rings to the far side. Bouncing puck. It hopped over Lance's stick, allowing the Ice Dogs to control. Shot save made by Lonkala. Rebound given to the near side. Arizik stepped into by Brian Adams. Chipped out to neutral ice. Johnston tries to dump it right back in. Delayed offside. Allows McGinnis some time unmolested. He gives to Rosenbaum. Right back to McGinnis. Ginn holding, and now he'll bank back across for Rosenbaum. Rosie ahead. Lance touches for Alex Adams. Feeds Brian Adams. Brian Adams gains the line. Now he'll chip it deep Alex Adams in on the pressure. He ties a man up. Big collision as he introduces him to the glass. Lance keeps it down the wall for Brian Adams. Brian Adams buying time, trying to go back in the middle, but it was waist high for Lance. 3-on-2 the other way now for the Dogs. Jack Murray's the trigger man. He mishandles. Looked like he put himself on offside, but he did not. Tip play doesn't go for Johnston. Nice setup. Thrown across the blue paint. Lonkala got a stick on it. Willits carries down the wall. He gets dumped down hard. Lance steps in on the far side as well. Frees that up. Banks it along the wall. Foose couldn't get it and go. Lance finds the loose puck, and now he'll just chip it ahead. Willits. Wickley back on the attack. That was offside on a whistle with a palindrome on the clock. 8:48 to play here in period number 2, and the Toros trail by a pair. Draw will be in neutral. Shots on goal now 11-8, which means it's 5-3 in favor of the Toros this period. Dogs control off the draw, taken away by Austin Koss, however. He comes near side, Reisinen looking to play ahead. Big collision. The puck rolls deep into the Fairbanks zone. Dogs are on it quickly. They play ahead. Arm is... Why did they wave off that icing? Ends. Leaves for Sawchuk. Saw throws this one up ice. Played by Wilson. Gives to Schaefer, who comes across at the blue line. Sawchuk breaks it up. His pass for Reisinen was off the mark, and it's dumped in wide of Lonkala's cage. Colby Ends on the far side plays out to neutral. Dogs dump it right back in. That caught someone on their bench for a whistle. 8:08, a palindrome on the clock here with the Toros trailing by 2 here in period number 2. Draw will be at the center dot. Pavel line out against the Bluger line. Draw controlled by the Toros. Shackle went flying. Jammed ahead, punched the blue line. Mayhew has to retreat on it. Lund on his hip pocket. Played into the middle. Bluger jams out to neutral ice. Rosenbaum dumps it in. Mayhew with Pavel redlining it after him, but he lost the race. Now it's ahead. Vanska kicks to the stick. He feeds Shackle. Shackle forced to turn, leaves for Vanska. Vanska in. Shot goes wide. Rebound around to the near side. Dumped down into the corner. McGinnis should be the first to this. He is. Ginn flips ahead. An awkward carom off a stanchion results in a turnover. Shackle dumps down into the corner for Vanska. Vanska puts it into the middle. Shot hacked up and out of play. They'll say it was tipped. 7:26 to play in period number 2. Toros trail by a pair. Miranda Lawrence checking in on her commute home, listening on 1390, the Minotauros Network, KRRZ. Glad to have all of the fans back in Minot listening on KRRZ and fans around the world tuning in on HockeyTV.com. Far side poked free. Foose keeps it moving in behind the net for Lincoln Earn, his pass ahead is turned over. It never got to Mucha. Hyder forced in behind nicely by Lovin. Puck left there. Earn comes back to the near side and Mucha. Miro. His pass again flubbed, and now it's in for Caleb Height. Height behind the net, looking to get it to the middle. Tied up there. They dig along the wall. Played off to the far side. Ice Dogs control up top. Long shot from the point. Blocked out front by Lincoln Earn. Mucha finds this. Miro speeds ahead, gains the line, cuts in the middle, looks to leave. A shot for Lincoln Earn's blocked into the slot. No one can find it. Went does on the far side. Poked away from him by Lovin. Lovin cuts in, wires, blocker save, rebound, hack towards the cage, and now a hungry Hippo style cover for Benson with 6:33 to play in period number 2, and the Toros trailing by a score of 3-1. Draw will be to the right of Benson. Lance to take it against Ruffin. Lance wins it cleanly back. Sawchuk down the wall. Plays in the middle. His pass was behind Alex Adams. Jax Murray banks it in behind for Mayhew. Mayhew holds. Now he'll come out. Arizak. Ahead, Johnston touches it into the zone to negate the icing. Back on it is Nolan Sawchuk. Looks to leave for Colby Enns. Enns hacks it around the wall. Alex Adams trying to jam it ahead for Lance, but it's taken away Ruffin. Ruffin chips it deep into the Toro zone. Enns flips to the near side. Nice touch by Brian Adams. Finds Lance. Lance looking into the middle. Was just out of the reach of Alex Adams. It comes back to Lance. He softly chips it into the zone. Brian Adams can't gather that one. Johnston does. Ahead for Ruffin. Ruffin leaves for Murray. Jax Murray watched by Sawchuk. Sawchuk pokes it free. Follow-up try. Hits a skate and caroms wide to the far side half wall. Dumped down behind the Toro net. Murray and McGinnis battle there. McGinnis one-hands it ahead. It never got to Koss. Now McGinnis wins a battle. Gets help from Lance. Lance uses the glass to bank ahead for Brian Adams. Adams can't get it and go, however. And turning with it quickly is Mobley. Mobley at his own blue line leaves for Rizaka. Rizaka ahead. Gaining the line is Height. Height. His centering pass is broken up nicely by Talbot. Koss ahead for Talbot. Bouncing puck. Can't settle it down. It's chipped into the Toro zone. Mobley in. Delays looking for a shot. It ends up in behind. May have gone off the outside of the cage. Sawchuk will retreat behind the safety of the net and then flip one up the middle. Was that tipped with a high stick? It was not, and it'll go for icing with exactly 300 seconds left to go here in period number 2. Shots on goal evening up 11-10. As the Toros are out shooting the Ice Dogs 7-3 here in period number 2, but they trail 3-1. Draw will be to the left of Lonkala. Quick shot. That one soaked up by Lonkala. 4:56 left to go here in period number 2. They just gave the Dogs 2 shots on goal on that one. Okay. So now shot total is 13-10 in favor of Fairbanks. Draw to the left of Lonkala. One back by Pavel. Lincoln Earn fights through a hook and plays it to the far side in Keenan Lund. Lund ahead. Belisle can't reach that, and the Dogs control. Turned over. Keenan Lund. Lund delays, looks back in the middle for Pavel. The pass never got there. Got to throw those on net. This is Vanska. Vanska. His shot blocked into the near side wall. Pavel jams ahead, finds Keenan Lund. Lund has Foose with him. Lund into the zone, delays. Now will rip one that's soaked up. Foose was driving to the back post. And now he'll engage in debate with Stampahar. 4:23 left to go here in period number 2. Toros still trail by a pair. Offensive zone draw, Lovin, Mucha, and Dahlimer in front of Rosie and McGinnis. .50 draw, lays free. Chipped ahead out to neutral by the Dogs. Flipped back into the Toro zone. Schaefer's on it, uses the glass to ice this puck. If the Toros can win the race, McGinnis does. Good hustle by Ginn. 4:09 left to go here in period number 2 as the draw comes back down to the offensive zone. It'll be the Loven line staying out to take this against Hyder, I should say. Draw caught in the linesman skate. Dahlimer digs it out, plays to Mucha. Mucha looks to the far side. Back into the middle for Dahlimer. Bouncing puck. Mucha can't settle it down and pull the trigger, and Haight will go the other way. Haight gains the line. Looks to leave for Wendt. Wendt around Mucha. Shot save made by Lonkala. Far side, bouncing puck. Dumped down low. Haight throws it in front. It's blocked off by Rosenbaum. Rosie wins the battle in the near corner. Carries up out to neutral. And then nice touch by Loven in for Mucha. Has Dahlimer going back post. The pass is blocked. Finding it is Sawchuk. Saw shot into the glove of Benson for a whistle. Draw will be to the right of Benson. 3:28 left to go in the second. Talbot will take it and control it himself. Tries to drop for Enns. It comes back to Talbot. Talb's shot, save made. Alex Adams was lurking, but he couldn't corral the rebound. Banked ahead. Johnston gathers. Good. That was a good keep and a lucky whistle for the Toros. Yikes. The Fairbanks fans in attendance did not agree. Talbot now centering the Adamses. Instead of Taylor Lance. Lance. Is he not on the bench? This is rolled down. Big collision in the near corner. Brian Adams steps in. It was Talbot who turns around and dumps Rizak. Meanwhile, it's ahead. Mayhew gets through Alex Adams. Mayhew on the attack. Forced wide. It's in behind the net. Centering feed missed everyone. Rebound kept in the zone. Stampahar was just coming on a change. That went through the Ice Dogs change, and it counts as an icing. If that hits someone, it's too many men, but the Toros not that lucky today. Instead, have iced the puck. Draw to the right of Lonkala. Talbot line's been out there a while. Dogs win it. Willits dumps it down into the corner. Mobley up to the point. Stampahar. Shot goes well wide. Rebound to the far side. Willits pinching down to keep it alive. He feeds Chilton. Taken away by Enns. Touched ahead. Adams gives to Brian Adams. Brian Adams gains the red line and chips it into the zone so the Toros can finish their change. Lund up on the pressure. It's thrown to the far side. Fritz Belisle down the wall, but it's thrown out and it caught the rafters. Low ceiling here in Fogarty. Why are they putting that draw in neutral ice? The guy was in his own zone. He threw it up into the rafters. Officials discussing now. And they will put that draw in front of the Toro bench. Marty Murray shaking his head in disgust. 4 Zebras on the ice, and none of them can get it right. Touchdown into the Toro zone. Foose gathers there. Foose plays ahead. Lund touches out to neutral, but it's taken over there by the Ice Dogs. Touched into the zone by Vanska on the near side. Lonkel out of his net to stop that. Throws it ahead. Vanska on the near side. Lost it to Belisle. Belisle touches for Pavel. Pavel pushes it ahead, but it's right back towards the Toro zone. This will go for an icing. So the Toros will get their offensive zone drawn now with 92 seconds left in period number 2, trailing 3-1. Draw to the right. Quick shot off the draw, misses just up and over by Mucha. He had room on that top corner. Meanwhile, it's dumped in. McGinnis kept it down the wall. Back into the middle for Mucha. It's cut off instead by Bluger, and he's able to clear ahead. Shackle carries in. He's forced in behind by Rosenbaum, who then stands him up. Vanska and Lovin. Lovin shoulders him off the puck. It's dug out by McGinnis. Ginn banks ahead for Mucha. Miro pushes play out to neutral ice. Now he gains the line on the near side. Looks to roll it for Dahlimer, but it's cut off. They scrum along the wall, and the Ice Dogs send it down into the Toro zone, and it goes for icing. Draw comes back down into the offensive zone for the Toros off the icing. Ends Sawchuk. Talbot, Alex Adams, and Austin Koss out now. More line juggling. I still don't see Taylor Lance on the Toro bench. 50-50 draw, kicked back to Sawchuk. Leaves off ends, hammers one, tip out front by Adams, goes wide. Sawchuk pinches down the wall, punches it down into the corner. Adams plays the body. Goss gives chase, a big hit in behind. The head touched into the zone by Alex Adams. Back on it is Sawchuk. Sawchuk delays, comes ahead on the near side. Goss is tied up, so no icing. Mayhew and Alex Adams cancel in behind. 22 seconds left. Talbot guides it back to Sawchuk. Sawchuk quickly across for Ends. Ends flicks one on net. It's blocked off. Alex Adams stepped into, tries to jam it towards the cage. It squirts ahead instead for the Ice Dogs. Went, overskates it. Now he just holds it center. Dumps it in. Lonkala will stop for Colby Ends, and Ends will hold behind the cage, content to take a 2-goal deficit into the locker room for the second intermission. So end of 2, Toros trail 3-1. But do outplay the Ice Dogs in that period. We'll keep it here, see if we have an intermission interview this time.
All right, Marty, you guys came in with down by 3. Fairbanks really came out hot, but you came back with that first goal. What position are you in right now?
Well, we give ourselves a chance anyway. You know, we get down 3-0 in the first 15 minutes or whatever it was. It wasn't ideal. We give up some odd man rushes, and they're too good of a team to give opportunities like that. But I was pleased with our second period. I thought we generated more and got some more rubber at the net.
What do you guys have to tell these guys to make sure they come back and build on that momentum to get this win?
Well, I thought our first 2-3 shifts of the period were real strong, and I think that built the momentum for the rest of the period. So, we want to come out swinging here in the third. I mean, we have 20 minutes to try to win a hockey game. We need one early, and we just have to keep forcing the issue here.
Looking good. Thank you very much. Best of luck.
Once again, that was Stephanie Odie at ice level with Toros head coach Marty Murray. Intermission interviews are done by Stephanie Odie from the North American Hockey League. We'll take a commercial break. When we come back, we'll have the Gooseneck Implement intermission report after these messages here on the Minotauros Network.
Hi, Toros fans. I'm Colby Ends. When the Toros get on the bus, the first stop is always at Applebee's. Whether it's Jamestown, Fargo, or Grand Forks, the Toros always get a good meal. The boys like Applebee's so much we eat at the Minot location, too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Whoa, what was that?
That's the sound of someone getting one of America's fastest refunds from Liberty Tax.
Hey, there's mine.
Tired of waiting for your tax refund? Let the professionals at Liberty Tax help you discover America's fastest refunds. Find us at libertytax.com or call 866-871-1040 today to find a location near you. That's 866-871-1040. Liberty Tax Service, where we put the fun
and the speed
back into doing your taxes. America's fastest refunds from Liberty Tax.
All in one place, you can get a fabulous coffee, the best burger in town, arrange a meeting for up to 30 people, and begin your next trip, whether business or vacation. It's Minot's newest, most architecturally beautiful, versatile structure, the Minot International Airport. The Trestle Tap House and Cafe with Caribou Coffee and customizable meeting spaces are just a couple of the amenities offered. The Minot International Airport. See the world from home.
Captain's Cove Seafood Restaurant invites you in for your favorite seafood as well as steak, chicken, and lots of great burgers and sandwiches. The Cove has fish and chips, crab, shrimp, and all-you-can-eat meals. Captain's Cove, where fishing is made easy. 1735 South Broadway in Minot.
Throughout the areas we serve, First International Bank and Trust employees are actively involved in helping our customers and communities grow. This is Kevin Vigestad from First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Whether it's coaching a Little League team, leading through involvement with nonprofit organizations, or a proud Beaver booster, know that all of us at First International Bank and Trust are committed to giving back to the places where we live and work.
Welcome back inside the Fogarty Ice Arena here on AM 1390 KRZ and HockeyTV.com, the Minotauros Network. You've got the Gooseneck Implement Intermission Report. Toros trail 3-1 through 40 minutes of play. Before we get to all the math, though, welcome in Tim Mulhout.
You got it. Yep.
All right. The play-by-play voice of the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Knights. We talked to Chet Yoder last intermission. He gave us kind of the Mudbugs point of view on tonight's matchup between you and the Bugs. But for Toro fans unfamiliar with really the East Division entirely, we don't see you guys during the regular season. Maybe a game here or there at the showcase. What was the Knights' path to the Cup, and what should we expect from you guys tonight?
Well, Ken, I think we're both, in a little bit of a similar boat here. Both the Minotauros and as well as the Knights, in that, kind of the underdog story. A little bit of things clicking right for the Knights, of course, at the right time here down the stretch. I think really the biggest story, and it's been talked about a lot, is the play of Christian Stover in net for the Knights. That's really been a huge boost. He had a solid regular season, ups and downs for sure. But his play has kind of rallied this team. Certainly his stellar play in net, and as well as the top line really getting rolling here in the playoffs, has really brought this team together. To really, really briefly encapsulate what they were able to do in the regular season, they started out really hot, had a good showcase, rolled through the first couple months well, really hit the wall hard in just after the new year, and then kind of started to claw their way back at the end of the season and did enough to get in. And well, they've been rolling ever since.
Certainly have been a sweep of the Philadelphia Rebels, the 1 seed out of the East, and you guys have had a strong playoff run as well. And now, as you guys get to the rink and start to get ready for your game, I imagine you look at the scoreboard, and more than anything, you guys hope the Toros don't come back, or if they do, you hope they win it, because your guys' game can't start until ours finishes.
Right. I think the format here is it's the one that makes sense, and I think it's always an adjustment for a team from the East to come back into interdivision play again. In the East Division it's a little bit different. We get a taste of this type of hockey when you go and play the Johnstown Tomahawks. Of course, big building, great crowds there, no matter what their win or loss record is. But when you got to kind of get reacclimated, I'm really curious to see, because the Knights have kind of rolled with fast starts when they've been really clicking this year. They've been able to dig themselves out of early deficits here and there in the playoffs, but at this stage, if you find yourself down, it's going to be hard to claw back. But certainly, yeah, we're watching the scoreboard. We're scoreboard watching here, up here in the press box, up around the rink. Our guys are in the rink watching as well. So I think there's a lot of excitement. I think that's the best word for it. A lot of confidence, and really, I'm really curious to see how they come out and start the game here in a big crowd in a big building.
You mentioned the big crowd. That's something that probably these two teams, the Toros and the Ice Dogs, are used to. Do you think that will present a challenge? I know it's a little different in the East, where they're not as fan-driven.
Yeah, I think it's, hockey's catching on in the East slowly but surely. I think it's the political way to put it.
Sure.
But, it's funny, though. I was looking at the win-loss for the records in the playoffs at the very least here for the Knights and for the Mudbugs. And the Knights on the road have been fantastic in this postseason, but obviously it's all been within the East Division. The Mudbugs have yet to win on the road in the playoffs. They've had 2 overtime losses and 2 regulation losses. But again, to your point, just like you two here right now in Game 1, the Mudbugs are used to big crowds. They're used to big buildings like this, big stages. It's going to be, I think, a little bit of a shock not a shock, that's not the right word, but an adjustment
Sure.
for the Knights. Again, they've seen it before. They've seen it when they go out to Alaska as well as the showcase, but it's been a while. And I think, again, if they're the team that gets that first goal, they're going to channel it. If they're the one to take that first goal, that's going to be really interesting to see if that long streak of success that they've had in this playoff run kind of gets mitigated, or if they're able to bounce back quickly.
Now, I was asked to settle an argument, but I am not brave enough to do so. You and the Austin Bruins broadcaster Michael Keeley, a pair of Oswego alum.
Yes.
I'm supposed to determine which of you is the better Oswego alum in the North American League, but I'm not brave enough to do that, so I'll let you have the final word on that one since Keeley's not here.
I'll give a tip of my cap here to Mike Keeley. Great guy, even better announcer. I mean, you could flip those, really, honestly. I learned a lot from him. He was 2 years ahead of me at Oswego. He taught me just about everything that I know here up in front of a microphone, and he has a really high standard and does a lot of great work. So I try to emulate that. There's some areas I need to still get a little bit better in, of course, to try to match up with Mike. But he's a big part of the reason why I'm doing this in this profession. So I'll give him the tip of the cap there. I think that argument is strongly in favor of Mike.
Healy's a great guy. For fans who don't know, the North American League, a league of opportunity, not just for the players. It's for guys like us, you and I and Michael, all trying to work our way up to the NHL as well. Tim, thanks for coming up and killing some time with me, giving us a preview of what to look for tonight. Look forward to watching your guys' game and maybe talking to you tomorrow as well. Thanks
sure,
again.
Absolutely, Ken. Hey, thanks for having me.
Once again, that's Tim Molopop. I probably butchered the last name. Sorry. On the outro, we'll take a commercial break. When we come back, we will have more Gooseneck intermission report before we get to period number 3 here on the Minotauros Network.
I'm here at the year's hottest stag pool party.
Put your antlers up.
Where? Some poor guy's backyard. These stags are bringing down the house. Seriously, deer are ripping holes in the pool cover. They're trampling patio furniture. And all the damage was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Stag Pool Party, October 27th, 2014. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
I'm Toros forward Taylor Lance. Call Miranda Schuler, my billet mom, and your locals farmers agent at 701-838-8144.
Hey guys, my name is Steve Olschwenger, Fire Chief from Maryland Heights, Missouri, and I love Firehouse Subs. Take their meatball sub, for example. It's loaded wall-to-wall with Italian meatballs and a zesty marinara with melted provolone on a toasted roll. And when I say take their meatball sub, I mean it. Grab a medium meatball sub combo to go right now, just $6. But don't forget, the reason Firehouse Subs is driven to make the best subs anywhere is simple. The more subs you enjoy, the more they're able to help save lives because a portion of every purchase goes towards first responders in our communities.
The Firehouse Sub Meatball Sub Combo. Medium meatball sub, your choice of chips and a 22-ounce drink. Get it hot and ready in our to-go box, now just $6 for a limited time only. Order online now at firehousesubs.com. Firehouse Subs, founded by firemen. Firehouse of America will donate 0.13% of your purchases in 2017 at all U.S. locations to the Firehouse Subs Public Safety Foundation with a minimum donation of $1 million. For full details, visit firehousesubs.com.
Hi, Toros fans. I'm Alex Adams. When the Toros get on the bus, the first stop is always Applebee's. Whether it's Jamestown, Fargo, or Grand Forks, the Toros always get a good meal. The boys like Applebee's so much, we eat at the Minot location too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Welcome back inside the Fogarty Arena. You've got the Gooseneck Implement Intermission Report here on the Minotauros Network. Once again, I'm Ken Oda. Toros trail by a score of 3-1 through 40 minutes of play. Shots on goal 13-12 in favor of Fairbanks. Here through 40. Recap the scoring for you. In the first, it was Jax Murray getting his 5th of the postseason. Jack Johnston, his 4th helper at 4:59. And then just 36 seconds later, Caleb Height, unassisted on the rush, made it 2-0 Fairbanks. Fairbanks took a 3-0 lead when Sam Ruffin got his 4th of the playoffs. Johnston, his 5th helper. Murray, his 4th at 18:43 of the first. Colby Enns, 59 seconds into period number 2, got the Toros on the board. Mucha and Pavel with the helpers. On that one for Enns, it was his 1st of the playoffs. Muha, his 5th assist, and Pavel, his 3rd. That's what cut the score to where it is now, 3-1 in favor of Fairbanks Toros. Outshot 8-3 in the first, meaning the Toros outshot Fairbanks 10-5. Shot totals on the official sheet not matching the game sheet. They actually have the Toros outshooting Fairbanks 8-6 in the first, which would make it 18-11 in favor of the Toros. So despite sitting right next to each other, the official scorer and the scoreboard operator not on the same page. The Toros, when trailing after the second period, are 1-2-0 in the postseason. The Ice Dogs are are 5-0-1 when leading after 2. The Toros, however, 8 comeback wins in the regular season when trailing entering the third period. That is the most of any team in the North American Hockey League this season. So the Toros have had plenty of comeback in them. You may remember some of the more dramatic ones during that crazy run in March. Alex Adams scoring with 4.9 remaining to get a winner when the Toros were trailing going into the final 2 minutes. Scored to tie it, and then Adams scored to win it. Another one the next week where the Toros, Lund, I believe, scored to tie the game with under a minute remaining, and then Talbot found the game winner. The Toros won that one. They were trailing by 2 late in the third. Toros trailing by 2 now heading into the third. We'll take our last commercial break of the Gooseneck and Limit Intermission Report. When we come back, we'll see if the Toros can pull off another miracle here on the Minotauros Network.
Take care of your feet, and they'll take care of you. The foot and ankle specialists at Trinity Health can help with both surgical and non-surgical solutions. So, patients who suffer from foot and ankle-related issues can say, "So long, heel pain. Catch you later, corns. Hasta la vista, hammer toes." Relieve pain now and help prevent future discomfort. Diagnosis and treatment is available today. Trinity Health, reinventing health.
We live in such a fast-paced world. It's always go, go, go. When I'm out for a run, it's my time. It's the best way to start your day. Crossing the line of that marathon, it's the biggest reward you can get. I want my customers to achieve their goals and go above and beyond. I'm Nikki Ladegi, and I'm one of the running experts at Shields.
Shields, when it comes to gear and expert advice, we're right there with you in Bismarck, Minot, Grand Forks, Fargo, and Moorhead.
Hello, I'm Steve Funningsland, consumer lender at First Western Bank and Trust and sports enthusiast. Employees at First Western know the importance of teamwork and their day-to-day banking duties to best serve the community. I know the Minot and surrounding area high school and college athletic teams know the importance of teamwork as well. We want to wish all local teams good luck in their athletic endeavors this year. Stay safe on the courts, on the fields, on the rinks, and in the gyms. We look forward to watching you succeed. With familiar faces you know, who know you by name, First Western Bank and Trust, you can bank on us, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All in one place, you can get a fabulous coffee, the best burger in town, arrange a meeting for up to 30 people, and begin your next trip, whether business or vacation. It's Minot's newest, most architecturally beautiful, versatile structure, the Minot International Airport. The Trestle Tap House and Cafe with Caribou Coffee and customizable meeting spaces are just a couple of the amenities offered. The Minot International Airport. See the world from home.
Welcome back inside the Fogarty Ice Arena here in Blaine, Minnesota. Toros trail at the start of the third by a score of 3-1. Need to get 2 to tie, 3 to win. Toros will again be working left to right on your radio dial or computer monitor, depending on how you're tuned in to the Minotauros Network. Dogs control off the opening draw and ring it into the Toros zone. Far side, pressure taken away by Muha. Muha carries ahead. It's hacked off his stick. Shackle finds it first and dumps it down into the Toros zone. Near side thrown ahead. Wilson gloves down, throws it in the middle. Muha breaks it up. A stick check from behind taken away Vanska. Vanska working on the far side. Muha's tied up. Lovin's there. It's poked away. Kept at the line by Vanska. He's tied up. Lovin steps in and guides it back to Rosenbaum. Rosie ahead. Dahlemer tied up at the red line, and the Hyder is able to dump it deep. Left to the near side. Touched ahead, Dahlemer. Dahlemer up ice. He missed Muha. Went. Finds it. Gives to Height. Height for Hyder. Hyder gains the line. Hits the brakes at the top of the circle. Comes across for the late man. It's Went in. Backhand try. Fought off by Lonkila. Rebound given to the near side. Pass ahead for Lund is off the mark. Mayhew has it. Rolls it into the zone for Height. Height throws it in the middle. There's no one there but Toros. Belial chops it down and pushes play along the near side. Pavel gains the line. Pav drops back and shot wide. Rebound in behind the net. Poked back to the point and Sawchuk. Sawchuk comes across for Enns. Enns looking for a tip from Lund. It goes wide. Belial tied up before he could get to it and tuck it in an open side. Chopped back out to neutral, ends for Sawchuk. Sawchuk quickly up for Belisle. Belisle turns it back into the zone. Fritz Belisle guides it around to the far side. Coming on a change is Lincoln Earn. He frees it up but can't hold the line. Toros chop it in. Need a change. Lund will stay on to pressure only for a moment as Brian Adams speeds ahead. Ice Dogs setting up behind their net. We played a minute 55 here in the third. Puck to the far side, taken over by Talbot. Talbot down the wall, squeezing through, trying to one-hand it ahead for Alex Adams. They dig down low. Al moves it to the far side. Lincoln Earn pinches down, frees it up, and throws it back in behind. Willits is there first. He'll leave it in behind. Pressure coming from the Toros. It's thrown to the far side. Earn pinches down. Mobley ties him up. Brian Adams leaves it off into the circle. Talbot steps in, but it's flicked out to neutral. This will roll down into the Toros' end. Lonkala quickly out. Plays ahead for Alex Adams. Adams leaves for Brian Adams ahead for Talbot. Went sweeps it off his stick back into the zone. Schaefer takes over there. Brian Adams on his hip pocket. Schaefer speeds away from Brian Adams. Comes ahead. Booted by Wendt. Rosenbaum takes over at his own blue line. Plays back to Foose. Foose ahead for Lance. Sliding ahead. Mobley. Shot goes wide. It was Wendt with a nifty assist from his backside. They just couldn't finish, and now his shot's blocked up and out of play. 17:05 left to go in period number 3. Toros trail the Ice Dogs 3-1. Some pushing and shoving after the whistle. Nothing will come of it. Bruiser, the Austin Bruins mascot, is tuned in. We are happy he is listening at home and not working the event. Draw to the left of Samu Lonkala. This is Lance and Hayter. 50-50 draw, and we'll do it again. Officially, no shots on goal yet in this period. Bouncing puck. Finally corralled by Rysanen and the Toros. Rysanen ahead, gets help from Lance. It's into the zone. Koss. Far side. Lance takes over, spins it to the front. Koss carried around behind, and then couldn't work it free. Orizak tied up. Lance working along the wall. Koss there as well. Lance off the wall with it. Tries the far point. McGinnis just down the wall for Rysanen. Rysanen using his body to protect, gives to Koss. Koss looking for Lance, but the pass is off the mark. Ice Dogs look to go the other way. They were short of center, but they dump it on net, so Lonkala has to cover as pressure from Chilton arrives simultaneously. 16:25 to go here in the final period. Perhaps full periods of overtime if the Toros can force that. Do that, they need to find 2. Loven on the draw, but it's won back instead by the Dogs. Vanska chips up the wall. Thrown into the middle. Dahlemer's there. Dolly controls. Carries ahead. Into the line for Mucha. Mucha has it swept off his stick. Dahlemer gives chase in behind. Dogs find it and they send it up ice. Will this go far enough for icing? It will. No, they wave it off at the last second. So the Toros have to play. Sawchuk ahead. Finds Loven. Loven gains the line. Drops for Mucha. Drag move doesn't work. Second follow-up try goes just wide. Benson didn't even attempt to make a save. He's lucky that did go wide. Left off far side. Vanska gains the line. Chopped in. Shot blocker saved by Lonkala. Rebound given into the near corner. Far side Mucha. Hero just flicks that ahead. It's off the mark for Dahlemer. Wilson looks to attack. He leaves off for Shackle. Shackle winds and fires. It's gloved and held by Lonkala. 15:29 left to go here in the third. Toros trail by 2. Draw will be to the right of Lonkala. Pavel and Hyder on the draw, controlled by the Dogs. Wilson shoots one wide. The rebound caroms out to the far side. Make that Belisle chips ahead. Pavel pokes at it. It comes to the near side. Lund gives chase. Wilson over skates. Schaefer will retreat behind the safety of his cage. Banks to the far side. Went touches ahead, but not out. Belisle keeps alive for Lund. Lund has to carry out to neutral. He comes to Pavel. Pavel tied up on the near wall by Wilson. Schaefer guides it around behind. Lund and Wendt cancel along the wall, and Hyder finds it. Hyder carries ahead, cuts to the middle. Hyder chips up ice. Wilson touches it into the zone. Foose takes over. Fu looks across to Earn. Earn ahead for Brian Adams. Adams flicks one into the corner and looks to chase it down. Wilson moves it along the far wall. Make that Alex Adams can't find it. It gets through. McGinnis and the Toros will have to retreat and retrieve. It's Rosenbaum. Rosie out from behind. Banks ahead along the near side wall. Alex Adams touches into the zone for Brian Adams. He's got Talbot driving the net. Brian Adams, backhand try off the outside of the cage. It's loose on the side and a cover. Hungry Hippo style by Benson leads to a whistle. Some vigorous debate in the blue paint between interested parties. And it looks like it will all go unpunished. 14:23 left to go here in period number 3. Toros still need to find 2. Talbot on the draw. It's hacked sideways. Brian Adams gives to McGinnis. Adams was buried on the far wall as that pass went by. Big hit by Alex Adams, but it's a 3-on-1 rush. Shot save made by Longcliffe. Follow-up try.